We're here today at the IAB conference because we announced a new program in partnership with Ford called Plugged In. It's a reality-driven competition show. It's going to be in 10 cities around the country. 3 teams of 2 contestants each will compete, and they'll be guided by a celebrity for each city. Maybe it's that celebrity's hometown, where they grew up, or where they live now, and they'll be giving all of their favorite insider tips, and the contestants will be racing to find out, where the celebrity's favorite spots are, using the Ford Focus Electric. Ford had a goal with this particular campaign to educate people more about electric vehicles. Some of their studies had shown that actually consumers weren't buying electric vehicles because they just didn't understand the technology, weren't sure, does it drive like a regular car? When do I recharge it? Simple questions in and around the use of the car. So they felt this was a great way for them to reach their consumer and to educate potential new consumers by showcasing the car's features through the vehicle of the reality program. So the contestants will be driving in the Ford Focus electric vehicles as they compete through these cities. The car will be an organic character in the show. We are not forcing anything in the program. The car will simply be the means by which these contestants make their way around the city. We're still working on the exact length of the program, but we expect that it will be longer than our 3 to 5 minute wrap-up show, but shorter than a half-hour television format. So probably 10 to 12 minutes, of course letting the story dictate. So the creative will dictate the length, and we'll do 1 city a week, and then there's a finale culminating in Los Angeles where the teams will come together to compete to win an actual Ford Focus electric car. And we're in partnership with the Magical Elves, who are a really well-regarded reality production company in LA. They produce Project Runway, the NBC show Fashion Star, among others. So they really understand this genre well. We've been just going without missing a beat on building our original programming in video. Of course, we launched the female slate in October. We have just relaunched our 2nd season, as we're calling it, of the female slate now, 6 months later, with most of the same programs, save one that we decided wasn't working, so we pulled that, and we've got a couple of new ones in the lineup, including one with Michael Yo, who's well known from the Chelsea Handler show. It's called The Yo Show, and it's very fun looking at celebrity news and gossip. So that's a great addition to the lineup, and we've launched that this last week. In March, we launched a comedy slate of original programs, including programs we partnered with Funny or Die, and we've partnered with Broadway Video on a great show, 7 Minutes in Heaven, with Mike O'Brien, that's well known on other internet platforms. We brought it to Yahoo, and we are going to be adding to the comedy slate with a really fun show called Burning Love, which is produced with Ben Stiller's company, Red Hour, and Paramount, and it's a really fun parody of reality dating shows that should be great. We are really diversifying our opportunities for advertisers. The slates, for instance, are available on a share of voice basis, so marketers can run individual campaigns through. There is an opportunity for light integration in those programs, but it's really more of a channel buy, where you buy across all of the slates. Whereas the Ford program represents another very popular and successful form of sponsorship for us, which is we're going in deep with Ford on the Plugged In program. They are the sole sponsor, and we're sort of joined in every way on the creative development of that show and the marketing behind that show. So you can still, as a marketer, have a variety of options on Yahoo. You can choose to sponsor an individual program, you can buy a run of network audience targeted by, or buy a share of voice in one of our premium slates. In my speech up on stage a few minutes ago, I absolutely noted the proliferation of screens and the fact that more and more consumers are consuming online video across a number of screens, in particular the tablet, which is seeing incredible growth. You know, some would say over 200% growth in tablets are expected in 2012 alone. So we plan on programming across all of those screens and programming primary video experiences as well as companion experiences. Of course, we have our company Into Now that Yahoo acquired that is a second screen companion experience to television, and we're doing really fun and innovative things with that. We're also programming things that can live across smartphones, tablets, PCs, and connected television devices, like our Bill Maher concert, which worked on all of those devices seamlessly.
Post-click and looking at all of the data that we can have specific to digital buys, you somewhat blur the conversation a little bit too much and muddy it too much because there is so many